This might be controversial, but I have my reasons. In certain circumstances, I let people fuss my assistant's dog, and here's why.
You think he's upstairs, you want to put your hat on it?
Yeah, I did want to. Hey, look who's coming back, lol. Look who's coming back. Who's that? Is he Dad? Is he coming to bring you a sausage, is he? Has he got you a nice sausage? You excited? Hey up. Hello.
Hello.
Fufu has been coming to places with me for a bit now, and most of the time that place is Hillsborough, and during that time, I let people give her a bit of a fuss. I've had nothing but wonderful interactions since going to the footy with her, and I am extremely grateful. First match, she met the regulars, the people who work on or around the disabled section, the disability liaison officer, and I said it's totally fine to give her a bit of a fuss. Nobody acknowledged her until then, until this little kid, an opposition fan, I can't remember who we were playing, but after seeing the liaison officer have a fuss, this kid came up and very politely asked if he could stroke her, and I said absolutely, because she isn't here to alert me. There are certain things that she can and does alert me to, but that's not what she's here for. So while we're just sitting there, yes, she has to be on her best behaviour, yes, she has to be attentive, she is still working, but having a small fuss isn't going to put me in any danger, and it doesn't jeopardise her ability to do her job. She has a command that basically means, it's okay, you can go and have a fuss, otherwise she will just ignore them. Piss off! But because this is a regular situation, the people who work there basically have blanket permission to give her a bit of a fuss. If another assistant's dog was to come along, then they'd be ignored until told otherwise. It's an understanding that this is a Fua exclusive interaction. The way this disabled section works, we actually sit with disabled away fans too, and of course, when they see the stewards in the fluorescent jackets interacting with her, at that point an away fan may want to ask too. I've never as of yet had anyone ask to stroke her, until the officials who work there fuss her. And that's fine with me, because of where we are, because of the atmosphere. The owl too, they come onto the disabled section sometimes and they'll give Fufu a bit of a fuss because I said it's okay. It's nice. People love seeing that. Someone took photos today, with permission I should add. And most importantly, Fufu likes it. I didn't manage to catch it on camera, but today Aussie Owl didn't see her. That's why he's walking past when you, in this video. But afterwards, he noticed and he came back for her, which was the cutest thing. And after she's had an approved interaction with somebody, I recall her, she comes straight back, refocuses, no problem at all. But that's only while we're actually inside and seated. When we're going there or going back to the car, she can't be distracted, she can't be stopped by people for a fuss. I still have people say things. She's an assistant's dog going to a football match wearing the shirt. Of course people are going to say things, and I like that. I know a lot of people don't, but up north we like to talk to strangers like they're our best friends. So I'll be passing and I'll hear, oh my god, look at that dog wearing the onesie shirt. But nobody as of yet has ever tried distracting her while we're moving. There's even one instance where a child said, look at that dog, and the adult she was with, I don't want to assume mum, but probably her mum, said, it's an assistant's dog, you can't distract it. And I really appreciated that. My grandma knew someone with a guide dog who had that same protocol. While he's out and about and moving, absolutely do not distract this dog. But if he's sitting down on a bench, by all means come and have a fuss. And that's the protocol I want to adopt. If she isn't actively doing something, if we're not actively in training mode, if she isn't doing a command, or if we aren't trying to get from A to B, then it's perfectly okay to fuss her. It's nice for her, it's nice for the people who want to pet the dog, and having moments where she gets to break for a little bit actually really helps her focus in the long run. The default should always be, do not distract the dog. But in the right circumstances, in familiar circumstances with familiar people, it's okay for her to get a bit of a fuss. That might not be what's right for other teams, but it's what works for us. The hardest part about all of this was getting out of that mindset of, this content creator as an assistance dog said this and therefore Furfur has to do this, and instead working together to figure out what's right for us. Ultimately, I'm so grateful for the disability staff at Hillsborough for being so accommodating and so good with her, and I'm so grateful to every single fan, whether they're a Wednesday fan or an opposition fan, who has had interactions with her and who will in the future, for being so good with her. And most importantly, I'm so grateful for Furfur, because without her, I most certainly would not have made it today. And I wouldn't have seen the match that made us 7 points above Ipswich, and in the end, isn't that the most important part? Also, okay, just listen to me, okay, look at me. 16 clean sheets, and it is only January, and our club record is 17, so, I mean, what? We can totally break that record, okay? Even if we don't win the league, if we don't get automatic promotion, if we don't get to Wembley and win, whatever might happen, at the very least, we can totally beat that record, right? Yeah. Okay, who's with me? But also, okay, I have a minute left with this video, so I'm going to stat at you, I don't care. In 27 games, we have won 17, drawn 7 and lost 3. We're winning away in games that we never would have done last season. Also, we are only 3 points behind Plymouth, and we actually have a greater goal difference. And guess who Plymouth are playing next? Hell yes, it's us! So, I am excited for that. I am gonna have to do like a full-on actual proper vlog that day, because oh my god, you have no idea how excited I am for that match. Because like, if we win, then I think we go above them, right? If we beat them, because it's 3 points in, so we'll be on the same points, but we have, I think, a goal difference of 28 and they're 20, so we would go above them. So if we beat them, we would go above them, and I need to see that happen. We wouldn't stay there. If it happened, I don't think it would happen,